Alrighty, we're live. Hello guys, D-Sasher here and welcome to another FGO video, or in this case, live stream. Today I will be doing some lottery farming. So my overall goal is 200 boxes and this is going to be very strenuous. Because for one, I've already completed all of this. So I've done all the shops, I've bought out the shops. So I'm up to box 14 already. So I need to get like up to 200. I've calculated that now the amount of tags I've got. I've got around at least 100 and 100 something. Now let me check. 77, 590 divided by 600. I've got like 129. So that's like 129 plus 14 is about 143. So I'm like close to 50-ish boxes away, but I'm gonna use as much quartz as I can because I ran out of apples. As you can see here, I've only got one bronze apple left, but depending on how many boxes I'll have when I get to 200, I'll start opening boxes then. 50 boxes during a live stream, not too hard, but it will definitely be a long struggle. So which one have I been doing for the current time? So I did a bit of the bunny hopping. I'll probably the legendary one. I'll do maybe a bit of it later on, but I've been doing the hero node because that's the best one to farm tags, as I've already literally completed everything I need for the shop. So there's no point in going to that. So I'm just literally farming tags at this current time, and I've been quite lucky. I have gotten a few drops. So as you can see here, I've got let's see, I've got a few stacked already. I just need one more to MLB another one, and that'll be another +1 to our drop. So yeah, hopefully I can get it. And I'm also getting very close to bond leveling Herc to bond level 12. And also for Q, he's actually quite close to getting bond 10 as well. So if I get that extra, I think 30 quartz or something, I don't know, depending on how much it'll be. And also, I'm not really using the plug suit for this, so I've just been doing what I can without a plug suit. It's not that hard because this node is literally sabers. So I've just been using John Archer to this node. It's pretty easy. So yeah, kind of a chill stream. So how's your box farming? How's your box farming going? Sorry, I have to talk. Actually, it's a bit loud in my ear. Turn it down a little bit in my ear because it's really loud, and I can't even hear myself speak. So yeah, it's not too bad for the current farming. So yeah, John Archer's been literally getting a bond up. She's bond 9, I think. And yeah, I've been literally farming like crazy. So yeah, pretty boring, pretty straightforward stream. Nothing too strenuous. Strenuous, I can't pronounce the word. Tongue-tied. Okay, but yeah, it's pretty simple. Just Jean loop. Literally, Jean looping is really easy in this node, because she can do a lot of damage, and she can loop like crazy once I've set her up on the first turn. Yeah, pretty simple. So I literally get 100% back every turn. So free turn farming is literally pretty easy. If I don't get a Jean card, I literally just use a Artoria. Artoria NP. Castoria NP. Because it'll do enough damage to wipe out one. Probably gonna turn the volume down a little bit. Just a little bit more. Because it might be a bit loud. Actually, I might turn it up a little bit. There we go. But yeah, this note's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So, what's there to talk about? Well, in this current time, I've literally been working. I went to my first regionals in, like, before COVID. So, yeah, it's been a long time since I've done a regionals event for Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. And yeah, I did pretty bad in a way. It was a 5-round event. Plus, there was a top cut, but I didn't make the top cut. So, first 2 rounds, I went 2-3, because it was a 5-round event, and I kind of messed up during the 3rd one, and I went downhill from then on. I just kept losing. So yeah, the first 2 I did pretty well. I won both those rounds. So I versed, what did I verse? I versed Ignista, which was okay, wasn't too hard. Even though the guy was kind of new. Yeah, I kind of 2-0'd him. Round 2, I versed Sprite. That was a pretty interesting matchup. I won due to Goza match, because I made that Goza match in my deck. And the final one was again, sorry, the last one, let's see, I versed Tier Elements, which was a favorable matchup because I was playing, if I haven't said so already, I've been playing Exosister, which has a really good matchup against Tier Elements, which is one of the top tier decks. I messed up and I searched the wrong target, and I realized that, oh, I can't do anything pretty good with this hand. Actually, the hand I had in the first turn was, first game was actually really good. I just searched the wrong target and I didn't have enough protection. So that was my fault. And the last one, yeah, I got 2-0'd by that. Kind of sucked, but oh well. That was my only regret. The other ones were, let's see, I versed Sprite again, and I lost against that. It was pretty alright. Went to game 3 and didn't do too well. I had a really bad hand going to game 3. As for, let's see, the last round was a mirror match, which was against one of my friends. He went first, and I kind of lost because the mirror match, whoever goes first in the mirror match literally kind of wins, because this format's based around doing, if you go first, you can set up and you literally can win. It's really hard for certain decks to go first nowadays. As for the other ones, yeah, that's what my score was, 2-3. Other than that, yeah, I've been just farming like crazy on this event. I've been trying to get 200 boxes. As I said, my overall goal is 200 boxes. And that's what I aim to do for this event. Okay. Oh yeah, not much has been going on. Pretty simple farm. I'm not sure really talk about really. This past week has been. That's why I didn't stream. I decided to do some other stuff, preparations before regionals. I did my best, but I didn't do that well. I tried to do my best, but misplays happen, and that's what it gets you. But yeah, no, that's fine. I'll see if how well I do during this farm. If I do well, if I get to 200, I'll be happy. But other than that, there's not much really to talk about or play. I'm going to be opening a lot of boxes after this, once I've got my 200-ish boxes. And yeah, I'll see if I can farm a lot more. Yeah, my overall goal is like 200 boxes. But if I get like 250, 300, if I get to 300, that'd be great. All depends on how many bronze apples I'll get after I open up all my boxes. So I'll literally have to open up all my boxes before I start farming again, because reason why is that I will have a lot, and I don't want to use any more money to spend on this game. So I already kind of used up. Well, I did use up all my apples, and now I'm using rainbow apples. If you don't know what rainbow apples are, they are literally Saint Quartz. So you can fill up your AP to 100% if you use one Saint Quartz. That's if you dare to use them instead of summoning. I've already tried doing some summoning. I already made a video on me getting Scathachfest. I got her. She's NP free now, but I don't really need her. NP free or high. I mean, NP free or high is great. I just did it because why not? And I got a rainbow summon from that. If you haven't watched my video on getting her, please do so. It's on YouTube. If you are watching on Twitch, it's on my YouTube channel. So yeah, please check it out. I did a skip summon for Scathachfest, and yeah, it was alright. Did pretty alright. And yeah, got pretty lucky from a rainbow. I don't think I'll ever get it again. If this event does come back from a rerun, I'll try and get the CE to MLB, because I do want to get an MLB copy of one. Well, I want to try and get the MLB CE as the 5-star MLB. Sorry, let me try again. I want to try and get the 5-star CE as an MLB, because that's my overall goal, to get at least one copy of that. Actually no, I've already got it at I've already got 2 copies of it. I just want 3 more copies so I can MLB it, but knowing my luck, depends on how quickly I get it, but yeah. I mean, I could try after this depending on how fast I farm, but yeah. So I'm kind of resorted to rainbow apples because I'm trying to reach my overall goal to 200 boxes. And I ran out of apples. So yeah. Literally, one apple gives you like around like 1 box worth. So I've used up all my golden apples. I've used up all of my apples actually, bronze and silvers. And I've been trying to farm consistently ever since. Even though the drops have been kind of horrendous at times, but I did get a few lucky rainbow drops. They were good. I could MLB some of my event C, the lottery C. Sadly, I haven't got that many copies. I just need 1 more to MLB another one. That would probably speed up my farming a bit. But I still am trying to get 200 boxes. I am not close to that. Well, I'm 50 boxes away. 50, 53, 54? No, around 57 now, actually, now I think about it. So I'm close to 60 boxes away to getting 200 boxes. It's going to take a while, but I'll get there eventually. But yeah, that's my overall goal for this live stream, or this video, if you're watching it post stream. Not much to really talk about. Pretty much everyone's just farming the lottery. There's not much to do, to be honest, after this. You just literally farm boxes. Consistently, at least. Oh yeah, nothing to really talk about besides farming. I did do some more crane game stuff. If you have been joining me during my last live stream, I did go to play some more crane games, and I got some pretty good prizes from that, even though the prizes haven't really changed that much from my current crane game area. So yeah, I got lucky and I got a few more prizes. I did get... I'll try to get like these ice cream cone type of plushies. They're not really ice cream cone, well kind of, they're... how to explain really. I'll probably show... I've actually got them right near me right now. I can actually show you on stream if anyone actually wants to see it. But if no one wants to see it, that's fine. I will just, I'll just mumble to myself. But yeah, I do play crane games quite a lot. And yeah, it's very, very fun, even though it costs a lot of money. But hey, you have to pay to have fun. I mean, literally nothing comes free nowadays. So I know Raptormon and I went to a crane games, the one I went to last week. That's why I didn't live stream. We decided to hang out and do some, like, watch a movie and hang out and stuff. But I haven't done that in a while, since we've been just live streaming. Ooh, I got lucky. I forgot that was on the third wave. Okay, that was by luck. Okay, so yeah, farming is going to be high priority during the stream. I did watch, let's see, this past week I did catch up. I literally, once I was farming, I literally watched, I didn't watch much, well, besides the anime stuff, I did catch up on Kamen Rider Revice, and the finale actually aired yesterday. Yesterday? No, it aired on the Sunday. So Sunday was the last episode for Revice, and now we've got Geats next week. So I'm very excited to watch Geats next week, because that's a VR-based Kamen Rider series. So basically the whole series will take place around VR. And it's a Battle Royale-based series, so that's going to be very exciting. I'm actually kind of curious on what they're going to do with the series, to be honest. I feel like it's going to go into a route where it's actually not VR, they get transported into a different area of sorts, or a different place and stuff. I don't know. It feels like whenever they do like this motive, they always have a, well, not motive, but more of a thing, like a theme for it. They usually have a not a surprise, but there's always something that's like any type of series. Usually you'll find something that's behind that motive, or in this case behind that theme. You'll see that, oh, it's VR, or in this case, these things in the beginning are actually the bad guys, but actually they might be the good guys. You never know. That's kind of what certain things are nowadays. That it's kind of a trend from what I've noticed. And I mean, I'm kind of excited to see what Geats is gonna give, because I'm actually curious that if it's like, oh yeah, it's a VR type of, like, oh, it's a game and stuff. Yep. Basically, what they have to do is like they have to do these type of missions, and they have to literally save people or fulfill certain requirements to complete their game. And later on, they might realize that, oh, it's actually not a game. It's actually a legit thing. So in a way, it's kind of like Hunger Games. Kind of. I feel like it might be like a Hunger Games type of not backstory, but more like a back setting. Like, yeah, it's not like in the front part, but it's more like in the back. So if it feels like a battle, usually what battle royales do is that they are really, with Kamen Rider, they really make battle royales look really interesting in terms of you kind of feel for the main protagonist. Well, not feel, but more like you kind of understand what the main protagonist is going through, and he's trying to do something good, but apparently it's not exactly the way it's going to be. You never know. Oh, sure. Yellow. Uh-oh, my mic's things. Give me 1 sec. I think the mic's a bit muted right now. 1 second. I need to fix this on Discord. Otherwise I won't authorize things properly. Give me a sec. There it is. Yeah, it always does that. I don't know why.
Okay then.
There we go. It's fixed. Hello.
Alright, hello DCR's Hero, and hello everyone on stream. Sorry I'm late, but you know, I'm here now.
Yeah, I just realized that whenever I plug in my mic, well, yeah, my mic, it resets some settings on Discord. So yeah, I have to redo it over and over again. It's fine. It's not too big of an issue.
Yeah, no problem. And I see you're doing the Scathachfest farmings today.
Pretty simple. It's going to be a very simple stream. Nothing much to do. Just talking and farming at the same time. Which I don't mind. Because I actually want to farm and talk at the same time. That way it keeps my mind off being bored.
I see.
Yeah. Anyway, how's things?
Oh, not too bad. Every day's a good day if you wake up still breathing. As my old man always says.
Unless you're sick, then you're kind of breathing in a different way.
Yeah. I was supposed to be on a, I was planning to be on a, writers meeting with a project, but unfortunately one of the people in charge has sadly gone into hospital.
Ah, well.
Like, why, I don't know, but I hope he really gets well.
Hopefully. Well, hopefully gets well soon.
Yep.
So how many boxes have you been farming so far? Oh, you got my nose.
Not too sure, but
if you count by how many tags you farmed, divide it by 600 and that's how many you get so far.
Okay, well, so far, last I checked, I had about 26,000, about 26,000 dog tags.
When was that? Last time you checked?
I think it was last time the last time well, I'm actually in a farming quest again right now.
Okay, well, you're up to 43 boxes if that's by tag amount.
I see.
What's your overall goal if you're farming?
Well, I don't really know. I'll just say as many as I can possibly get.
Okay, that's not too bad. I have an overall goal and that's great.
Although I will say that trying to farm in the final one, like the Berserker and Lancer one, it's not as easy as it looks.
Have you finished the shop already?
Yes.
You don't need to, if you've done the shop, you don't need to go into the last node anymore. You can just do the one I'm doing right now with the Saber. Because that gives the best drop. Because that gives the best drop for the tags. The one I'm doing, if you don't know what that is, that's the legend. That's the hero node, the second last one.
Okay, so it's hero. So it's Berserkers and Sabers.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I would have known that sooner.
Pretty sure if you load up Game Press, it tells you the guide for which one gives you the best drops, and this one gives you the best one. Unless you're after like hearts and some currency, which can transfer for QP later on. But if you are just after like tags and stuff, like opening boxes, like I am, I'm just doing the hero node.
Well, that's good to know. Well,
they do drop more rings and cores, which I am in need of, so I'm definitely, there's a reason why I'm going with this one more than the hearts. because cores aren't too easy to get. Hearts are they're kind of common now, but cores aren't exactly common to get. Even though we get a hunting quest later on, I prefer doing this one because this gives us more chance to get cores.
Yeah, good to know. Yeah, glad I know now.
But if you are going into the okay, I'll show you on my screen. If you are going in, sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you are going into like this one, the legendary one.
Yeah.
If you are going to that, there are some recommendations you can do. So, how good is your saber lineup? Your AoE sabers?
I actually have, from what I understand, I actually have four strong AoE sabers, but two of them are art, like one of them's arts, two of them are, one of them is quick, and the other two are buster.
Okay, do you have a good AoE buster save? What's a good AoE buster saber you have? Because for me, it'll be Artoria. Because Artoria gets in this event, here's a good thing about this event: the lower stars your unit you're using, the more damage you can do. The more damage you can do.
Oh, okay. Well, hang on a second. I'll just look it up.
Because like if you can look here, this is with Media. I just learned this recently. So Media, she's a 3-star. She can actually kill the first 2 berserkers.
Okay.
So you know how we have 2 single berserkers?
Yeah.
And yeah, if you have like the last one, use it for Artori or anyone that can AoE and that's saber related, and you can literally beat the last wave.
Yep. By the way, I just looked it up. The AoE saber that I've got, that's Buster. It's a 5-star. It's Altera.
Okay. How many? What's your MP?
MP1.
Okay. So you don't have. You have do you have Arjuna Alta? What's his MP?
Arjuna.
Yeah, pretty sure you got Arjuna Alta, Berserker.
Yes, I do. He's actually, if I remember correctly, he's at MP1.
Okay. It's a bit tricky. You need him at MP2 to actually properly loop, so it's a bit tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like getting. That's why Altria is actually not too bad for a farming saber. There are. Let's see. What are some good 4-stars?
But if you wanted to know what I was using, I was using the free saber, the Kasushi Ka Hukasai saber.
Oh, the single target one. Hokusai.
Yeah, and the two Castorius.
Okay.
But I'm actually glad that you mentioned about the the saber one being the saber and berserker one being the best, because I know how to loop with John Arc or with John Archer.
Just to give you an example, here's what I'm going to use. So I'm going into the legend node. So this is what I'm using. You need a plug switch for this because you need 2 Castorius. So I'm using Media, and for a level 3-star, she can actually do quite a lot of damage for getting rid of the first 2 waves. So I'll show you. You want me to show you?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Because I learned this just recently, and actually it works really, really well. Because Media actually can kill. I'll do this one time. So it's a berserker. So use it all on Media. So the reason why media is pretty good in this, because to lower the stars, they get a damage boost, a bigger damage boost, which is very good. And also, the reason why I have her, reason why I'm running her is because of her first skill. Her first skill gives her, if you get it to level 4, which is pretty easy to do, she gets 100% battery back. So she can loop the second wave. So now she's at 39%. First skill goes back to 100%, and I can loop again. So she literally is a one unit to single target beaters if it's against berserkers. So yeah, she just literally wipes out the first 2 waves. Pretty good. And here comes Artoria. Oh, a bit of lag here. Why is it lagging?
I don't know.
That's weird, my game crashed. Okay, let me just close it. Yeah, it crashed. Okay. Let me reload it again. Give me a sec, I'll be right back.
No problem. Don't worry, folks. We seem to be suffering from some technical difficulties.
Okay, this should fix it. I hope. Don't know why it crashed. That was weird. Resume.
Yeah. That was a bit strange.
Just froze. Sometimes it freezes, not all the time. Okay, let's try it again. And yeah, Tori can literally take care of the last wave. You need her at least MP2 to actually kill properly, which is very sad for most 5 stars. But yeah, most of them you need at least MP2
Okay.
because she can do a lot of damage.
Well, she's one of the best sabers in the game.
She's an AoE Buster Saber, which is really good. And yeah, took care of that node pretty easily. Tags were not too bad for a drop. Even though I don't need any more coins. It's okay. But yeah, the hero node is literally what you need to do is... hero node's pretty easy.
Okay. I'm starting to do it now.
44k. And 81k. Okay, not too long. I mean, I've just been using Jarcha the whole entire time.
Yep.
It's pretty simple.
By the way, to count how many dog tags I've got 27,705.
Okay, you can divide that by 600 and you'll see how many boxes you farmed so far. So yeah, it's not too hard to farm this event. It just depends on how lucky your drops are. You need a lot of rainbow drops. You need a lot of Cs to actually farm a lot.
Yep. Also, just hope I'm not. Just hope that nobody could hear the chewing on my end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Reason for that is because I'm eating lunch. That's another reason why I was gone, because I was making lunch.
It's alright. Not too.
If I ever do chew or anything, I'm going to put the mic on mute. So if I'm quiet all of a sudden, it'll be because of that. Because you remember what happened last time? I was eating spaghetti or something, and the entire thing was caught on stream. Me slurping like.
Yep.
Oh, that was so embarrassing.
But yeah, farming dog tags is not too hard to do in this lotto. You just need to be very patient, because it's gonna take a long time before you can get one box. Pretty much like one golden apple, which gives you like, I think, one box, depending how lucky you get. So I'm just waiting till I get to that 200-ish box, and then I just keep farming.
I see.
Because I have to open up the boxes to get more apples. Because I'm not wasting my St. Quartz just to get more boxes. That's kind of a waste. So
yeah. Well, I've sort of been doing a little bit of both.
Yeah, but I'm gonna open up my boxes last, because I don't need to open it now. There's no point right now.
I did open up quite a few boxes.
Yeah, how many have you opened so far?
About 15, maybe 16.
Okay, I've opened up 14, I think. Yeah, I still got like over 77 or 78,000 tags farmed so far. So I still need to get like up to 200 boxes, and that's like, I have no idea how many that is. I think it's like, oh god. Let me check. How many of that do I need? 200 times 600. I need 120,000 dog tags.
Okay.
So I've got like 50,000 left to farm. Well, 50 or 40,000. Around 40,000 left to farm.
Yep. In fact, you know what I said earlier, like saying how many do I plan to get? And my answer is, as many as I can get. I think that's the suitable answer to say.
I mean, if you want a good overall goal, try and get at least 100 every time you do a lottery event. If you don't have time, just try and get to 100. Because 100 is literally all you kind of need in a good amount.
Yep. Oh, I've got 2 rings. Though, I'd really like to get more CEs so that I can...
You just have to get lucky.
Yeah. I did get lucky and I now have two craft essence that are MLB.
You haven't... I hope you still got more than those two.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good. You need all your slots to be to have the SCEs.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of important when it comes to farming, because you want to be you want to have every slot to have the lottery C, because that's how you can farm a lot more. At the moment, I think I'm in a plus. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I'm at plus 9 at the moment in terms of drops. Because I got 2 MLB, 1 I'm borrowing, that's no MLB, so that's 6. And then you got 3 other slots, so that's like extra 3. So yeah, it's like 9. At the moment I've got 9. I'm getting close to getting 10, plus 10. I just need one more rainbow drop and I can do a plus 10 drop.
Okay.
Because plus 10 is when it gets a bit more faster in a way, depending on how much you get for drops. But you need at least, let's see, 2 times 6, that's like a plus 12. Plus 12 is where it gets interesting. Yeah, plus 10 is where it gets to the good part. Getting plus 12 is the hard part. Because you need an extra 8 more.
I see.
Yeah, I'm gonna use some of my embers just to level up some of my lower level 7s. So I haven't leveled them much yet.
Uh-huh. Okay then.
Also, there's a new banner that's gonna come out, I think in an hour or so. It's but that's only if you want to roll on. It's a back to school type of banner, so it's kind of like it's like a server-based banner. Yeah. So the one the one they've chosen on this current banner, on this next banner, is the it's gonna be Ilya, Miyu, and Mysterious Hero XX.
Uh-huh.
Or XX or
Double
X. No, I think it's just X. Alter, I should say. It's X Alter. So.
AKA Darth Maul.
So she's gonna be on Raid Up, and also Ilya. But thankfully, I've already got Ilya and Miyu at MP5. That cost me a lot of money, but hey, I've got her MP5 because she's now ready for until we get her next year. We're gonna get her interlude. So that's when we get her power up. So that's when she becomes a mini Merlin in a way.
Okay.
She's very good. She can loot like crazy.
I see.
Because she can loot multiple times and she can give tons and tons of boosts. It's a little trick, but it's like pretty cool. That's why I want to get Mew.
Okay.
No, I've already got Mew. Yeah, but that's why I have Mew now. Cause I really want to get a 10-10-10, but hey. I don't have enough lords.
Yeah. In fact, there's also that like one of the ones that is going to be on the banner is the single target caster.
Yep, Ilya.
Yeah, Ilya, that's the one.
You don't have her. Sorry, you don't have her, do you?
No, I don't.
She gets a bit of a buff next year, I think, as well. She gets NP gain or something like that. I can't remember exactly. I have to look it up again. She does become somewhat okay. But she's okay. She's not bad. Let me see what she gets. She gets her an MP gauge type of battery. So if she's her second skill, the invincibility skill, is at level 10, she gets a 50% battery. So she can somewhat loop.
I see.
She's not bad. That time when I tried to get Ilya, it was so... When I tried to get Miyu, I should say, it was so frustrating. Because since they're both casters, you don't know what you're gonna get. You're either gonna get Miyu, or you're gonna get Ilya.
Yep.
So whenever a caster would roll, whenever I get a caster, it will turn gold. What happens was, I would be like, please be mute, and then I see pink, I'm like, oh, it's Ilya. I'm like, fudge. I don't want Ilya, and I kept getting her, and yeah, she went to MP5, so that was fun, but I'm never doing it again.
Yeah, I think, you know, in the end you sort of, you know, threw away your paychecks.
Yeah, I was a bit broke-ish for a couple of weeks, but I made up my money again within a couple of months. But it was okay. But hey, it was worth it. Ilya was... Getting Ilya MP5 and getting Miyu MP5 was kind of worth it, because now I don't have to roll on that banner again.
Sure.
Because if I roll them again, it's going to be a... I just don't want to get them again. I mean, I don't mind rolling just for X to get her to MP3, but I've already got her MP2. I'm kind of happy with that. I don't really need any more copies of MP2. She's actually not bad at MP2. So I'm actually fine with not rolling for her anymore.
That's good. In fact, I do remember there was a time where I was looking for that I was looking for a like a good single target caster.
You're after Senzang.
Yeah. And I do remember I got Zhang Zhang on that, Ying Zhang on that one. And you know, I didn't get it was unexpected.
Well, she is a, she can spook you. She's not exactly, limited. She's, I think, don't know if she's story locked or not, but she can be obtained in any banner. Almost, I think. I don't know. I have to look it up.
Yeah.
But you got pretty lucky getting the one you wanted, Senzang. It's not bad.
Because I was trying to get something else, and all of a sudden I got something. I don't remember what it was I was trying to get, but I do remember that I got her instead, and it was, you know, it was a spook.
Yep, it happened.
And I remember saying in the video that well, in text anyway, that even though I failed to get the certain servant, I got something else.
Yeah, well, that's fate. That's a gacha for you. It can be rewarding yet surprising at the same time.
Yep.
But also bad at the same time if you get too many spooks. You're like, no, give me the 7 I want. Don't give me the other ones.
Yeah. But you know, on the plus side, it can give you a it can, even if it's multiple copies of another servant that you already have at MP2, like MP5, you can sell them for rare prisms.
Yeah, that's true. But rare prisms are like, eh. I mean, they're good when you need them, but like, that's kind of like extra stuff, if that makes sense. You don't really need the rare prisms, but they are good. In case you are after something in like past events. Still no rainbow drop left. No, I still haven't got a rainbow drop. It's kind of sucks.
Yeah. Oh, I think you just cut off.
Yeah, what? The stream part? Or in this case, the,
The, streaming on your end thing.
Oh yeah, I closed it because there was nothing really to show. Besides me farming. I mean, I'm just farming and talking at the same time.
Oh, okay. I see.
So, even if I show you, it's like, yeah, it's gonna be on the same loop over and over again. I mean, if you want to watch, that's fine, but it's like, yeah, pretty much just chatting to you at the same time. So it's kind of no point. Unless unless we want to show something.
That's alright. I think I can actually see it on the live stream.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point in just... It's okay. Anyway, so you've got Scarheart, don't you?
Yes, but only at MP 1.
That's okay.
Which I think, you know, she's one of my best single target lancers.
She's not bad. She's pretty good.
Especially, you know, since she's got a new upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
That's the new recent add-on for her quick ability, where it increases NP gauge or NP gain or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. I'll do it later. But right now, I'm like, I'm too busy farming. There's no point in getting your third skill. Gotta use that time to farm.
I see.
Even though, yes, it's free 2 cent quartz you get. I'm like, yeah, there's no point.
Well, I've started doing the same thing.
Yep.
Like now that I know what to do, or which quest to do, I'm now using it.
It just depends on what you want to do. If you want more stuff from the lottery, as in a lot, more coins and stuff, just do the last one. Otherwise, if you're just after tokens and stuff, just do the one I'm doing, the hero one. So there's no point in doing the last one if you're not after anything in general, unless you're after some specific materials. But yeah.
True. But you know, recently I've started using, well, I put in Castoria as my caster support, and you know, put the MLB craft essence on.
Yep, that's probably a smart idea. Because a lot of people will use that, even myself, if I do see it. Because you use Castoria to farm a lot during this event. Pretty much he's the main go-to now. Whenever I see Waiver, I'm like, yeah, no thank you. Unless the Skadi is probably the second best if you need to quick farm.
Yep. With Lancelot Berserker, go Burr.
I mean, if you don't have Castora, you can just use Skadi. That's why everyone puts Skadi on their first slot, the all slot, because people will use Skadi just to useful. Yeah, they'll use Berserker, Lancelot Berserker, because they don't have Castoria.
Yep. Or you know, if it was like a farming thing for all Berserkers, most likely they use someone like Foreigner or something.
I mean, Lancelot will do a bit more damage during this event because he gets he gets an MP damage boost. But yeah, it depends on what you've got, because this event is pretty good in terms of overall farming.
Yep.
For me, I'm just after certain things. I'm just after more feathers. I'm after more fruits. I'm after more bones. Bones is going to be a crucial part for this event. Oh, also I learned one thing about the rerun event for the Christmas. You know, the one we did last year in December? Christmas?
Yes. Yes, I remember.
So with, Nightingale Archer. So apparently that rerun event, the boxes is actually a bit different this time around. So the boxes, you can't do unlimited amount. You can only do up to like 10 or so. So you can't do unlimited farming for the boxes.
Oh, bugger. Really?
Yeah. So it'll be the actual Christmas event later on that you can actually do unlimited farming for boxes.
Okay.
It's just a rerun. Yeah, it's just a rerun. You can't unlimit farm. Kind of sucks, but oh well. It should be coming sometime around next month or the month after. Yeah, you're limited up to 10 boxes from what I can see here. So we get around 20 of each material. So if you missed it last year, sorry, you're gonna have a limited farm amount.
Well, that sucks.
That's okay. How many did you farm last year for Christmas?
Just over 100.
That's fine. You should be okay.
I don't really know. I was just count. I didn't really count, but
I think you did farm like 100.
Yep. Because you know, like I always say, if like how many I would do, I say as many as I can get. Although I reckon I could have actually done more.
Because of the Christmas holidays?
Well, that, and also because you know, like you told me, the do the farming first and then open the boxes.
Yeah, because farming is more important than opening boxes, because opening boxes you can do any time after the event ends. As for farming, you only get a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do after I've done all this. Once I reach my goal, I don't have to open any more boxes. I will just literally, yeah. I will just open boxes once I've done all my goal farming. And my goal is 200 boxes. Or up to that.
And while I've been doing that, I've also been doing the what is it, the But I've also been, you know, trying to level up Herc's Bond.
Yep, that's probably, this is the best time you can actually level up Herc Spawn, because you just put him in your other slot, one of your back slots, and you can just keep farming away. That's what I've been doing at the moment. I'm getting close to making Herc Spawn to like Bond 12. He's getting close to Bond 12, so I've just been doing all this just to level him up.
I see.
Because every time I do one weight, you know, one farm of this, one time I do this, I get like nearly 1k 1k experience, Bond experience, so yeah, it's pretty good. So, literally one time you can get everything.
Okay, well, that's good.
If that makes sense, I have no idea. And my coup, my 3-star coup is almost at Bond 10. So I'm getting very close to Bond 10 in coup.
Oh, that's the,
Yeah, 900 XP.
If I remember correctly, that's the 1-star Avenger.
No, coup, the 3-star.
Oh.
3-star Lancer.
Oh, okay.
Coup Kane, the 3-star Lancer.
Oh, okay. Red Lance has a blue tight suit.
Yes, I believe.
I see.
I mean, he's very, very close to getting Bond 10. I mean, the only reason I'm doing this is because I need someone to get to Bond 10, so I'm like, he fits the closest, so I might as well. Because if I'm gonna put, what's his name, if I'm gonna put, that Avenger in the back, I'm just not going to get any, he takes way too long to level up, so I'm like, Bond level up, so I'm like, I might as well just get anyone possible to get Bond 10. So I'm like, they'll do. And also I need Herc to get to Bond, to a higher Bond ASAP, so I might as well put him in there.
Yeah.
So either way, yeah. What's your Herc's Bond at the moment, actually, now I think about it?
Bond 7?
Not bad, pretty good. You're almost, well, almost, I should say, you're getting closer to Bond 10.
Yep. In fact, just this morning I ended up getting into Bond 7.
Nice. And I assume you're like over 200, 300k XP for each one, right?
Yeah, about there.
Yeah. It will take a while. But hey, it's worth it in the end. Oh, did you finish the Grail Front, by the way?
Yes, I did.
So you got your eggs and stuff.
Yep.
Nice.
And I will admit, on the second one, actually the third one, or the third last one, it was a little bit of a challenge because, you know, they kept, you know, defeating me, but then I realized, you know, I could do something, like, I figured out a bit of a strategy, and...
Oh, so Zane's online.
Like, you know, like I figured out that I could, you know, get, like, sort of, you know, gang up on them.
Yeah, you can, if you place them correctly.
Yeah. And a lot of the time I was, like, playing servants that have things like evade and invincibility.
Yeah, they help. Anything that gives you guts or invincibility anyway, they actually really help during this event, because they will, pretty good. It's very, very good.
Yeah. I was mainly using servants that are like 4-star or 3-star. Because, you know, I couldn't use 5-star because, you know, too much room.
Yeah, the cost is a bit high. That's why you gotta figure out some way. I liked how the last one was, oh yeah, you can bring the Berserker in, and like immediately think of one servant, put Herc in, and he literally just screwed the entire... I just literally went after each servant, like, smack, 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 you're dead. Even though they have like 2 health bars, well, 3 health bars if you count the you know, those things. And like when smack, 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 dead. And like evade and guts. I'm like, oh, okay. You're dead either way. Because evade is huge. If you have evade, or in this case invincibility in any way, they just hit you. I'm like, okay. Thankfully you gave me more time. I can just smack you back. Because it's a, yeah. So you get each player can only get 1 attack on each servant, unless you got like multiple servants in the battle. You get like more turns depending on how many servants there are. You get 1 servant. If there's like 1 servant, just 1 battle. So yeah, if you just evade and then just, oh, my turn to attack. Okay, my turn. I smack you dead because I can do over 100k damage with just Herc alone. I'm like, there's no way. Even it's like, oh yeah, you have like over 80k HP. Okay, Herc's still gonna beat you dead because I can do over 100k damage.
Yep.
And that's the beauty of having a Herc on in your roster for a 4-star as well. Yep. Anything that gives you Berserker, like, I'm putting Herc in there. I don't care what anyone says.
Yep. Well, I didn't put Herc in mine, like when I was doing it, because, you know, he's not, well, he's not as powerful as yours.
You can put him as a... if you have leveled him up properly, you can use him. You can just 1k throw and stuff, it's fine. He can work just by himself. It's just mine's extra buffed, that's all.
Well, yeah.
And you can't use any support servants, so you have to think of a way to use your own servants. But hey, that's the fun of that event, of the Rail Front. It's really fun because it challenges what you can do. It basically says, what do I have in my party, and what can I use in this to actually win the event.
Yep.
Which I do like. I do like the Grail Front. Grail Fronts are really cool, especially when you have a level 110 Herc.
Yeah, true.
I mean, a level 110 Herc with 2k foe and foe printed as well. Yeah, that's gonna do a lot of damage in Grail Front.
Definitely.
And I can't wait to get into 120 as well. Once I get my Herc to 120, oh, things are gonna go hell. Hell, great. I'm getting close to bond, raising his bond up. When do I need him? Oh, I'm out of bronze apples. Okay, I'm guessing I have to use a rainbow. But yeah, it's pretty fun. I really do like the Grail Fronts. They are very challenging.
Yep.
It was a good addition. It was a good addition when they... yeah, I've never done a Grail Front before. When I first started, I'm like, oh, this is actually not too bad. And yeah, it's quite fun once you get used to it.
Yep.
Because you're like, oh no, this servant's going after my master. I'm gonna have to protect it somehow, so I'm just gonna put all my other servants to make a wall around it, and I'm just gonna use Herc to literally go around and beating everyone else. Like, Herc, you are the scout and also the DPS. I'm like, okay, and with invincibility as well. So, yeah, you can't kill him. He just literally stampedes through everything.
Yep.
So yeah, that's one of the best things I like about the Grail Front. It's like, oh, you give me the option to put Berserker. Okay, well that's easy. Berserker's good against everything, so yeah.
Well, almost everything.
Almost. But yeah, I mean there wasn't really much of a foreigner. There was mostly an alter ego. Was it? I think it was an alter ego. I think. They did use a foreigner. Because they did bring a Herc on the... Was it the second last wave? Or was it the last wave that they had a Herc? The enemy had a Herc.
It was the last wave.
Okay.
Yeah, I did actually verse against a Herc, and quite fortunately I was able to defeat it. well, the servant that I used to defeat it was none other than, well, Hot Wheels.
Oh, okay, not bad. He's not bad for an archer. Who did I use? I used a foreigner. I used... Who did I use? I used Yang. That's it.
Yang?
Yang Gufei. Basically, she's the blue flames one. I don't know how to explain. Chinese one. Chinese looking servant. So I use her, and basically all the servants were kind of male based. So what she's good for is that she has a taunt, so that if you give her first taunt skill and it's invincibility as well, invincibility and taunt. So you give that, and also her third skill, which is a blue flame skill. So you give that to her, and so any of the servants will literally get burned when they attack her. So that's what I kept doing. So basically, they all kept getting damage each time, and yeah, it was fun. And I kept MP looping as well, so that was fun.
Okay.
It was good. So I figured, what? I don't want to use Hokusai, because Hokusai Foreigner is like, she's AoE, but she's not that good in DPS. And then you got Abby. Abby's not bad. But I did want someone that can use skills effectively, if that makes sense. So I decided not to use any of my Abbies. Because I didn't feel like it was the right time to use Abby during that run. So I decided to use, Yang, because Yang, I wanted someone who can loop consistently. And actually do damage consistently in a way, so I chose Yang. That's my reasoning for why I chose Yang. Because Yang was good. Yang was fun. Because most of the servants I versed were all male, so they just kept attacking Yang. And they kept getting burned.
Yeah. But you know, I will say that, you know, that one of the servants that I used, like, in almost every event was the archer that is, forgot his name, but he's known as, well, Hot Wheels.
I think his name is R something. Afrin? No, not Afrin. I forgot his name. Oh. I can't pronounce it. I can't even pronounce that. Asvatt. Asfaman? I can't pronounce his name. Yeah, that's the Hot Wheels. Everyone just calls Hot Wheels because it's more easy to actually say. I don't know how to explain his. I don't know how to say his. It's an oh god, I don't even know how to say it. And I can read pretty well, so it's pretty hard to say.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But, you know, I did actually use him, and he was actually quite good because he actually did quite a good amount of damage. Like, especially, like, you know, his Noble Phantasm, like, even against servants that he, that it was normal against.
He's not bad doing damage consistently, I think.
Yeah, like I was using him, and like I was attacking all the, like, for instance, you know, when it was the opponent's turn to attack, I would always, before ending my turn, I would always activate, you know, the invincibility, so that when they do attack, he'll be invincible.
Yep, it's not bad.
And after that, I would, you know, like, especially, you know, if the enemy was on one bar left, like I would use Noble Phantasm and take him out.
Pretty smart.
Yeah. So, you know, I would wait until they're like on one health, like 1 bar of health left, and then that's when I would use Noble Phantasm.
I mean, if you can spam the Noble Phantasm, you can do it all at once. You can do like first take out the 1 bar, then take out the second bar, then depending on which.
Which servant?
No, it depends on which one you're in, because remember, in the beginning they have no bars, and then they have an extra bar, and then they get 2 bars at the end. So it depends on which bar which one you're doing. So yeah.
Yeah.
How many do I have? 83, 140. Okay. I've still got a long way away.
Yeah, so you know, I did pretty good. And another servant that I used was the free Saber servant.
Hokusai?
Yeah, Hokusai Saber.
I did use her during that one of the Grail fronts because I needed a 4-star Saber because my cost was a bit low, was getting a bit low. So I chose her, and she actually did the worst. I'm not gonna lie, she actually did the worst out of my whole team because she died pretty fast.
Well, I thought she was actually good.
Mine kept getting ganged up on, so she kept getting hit over and over again, even with her guts. So I couldn't do anything to stop that.
Oh.
Oh, did I forget to?
Yeah, the gang up.
Oh, I forgot to use her skills. Oops, my bad.
Well, I think that's. I guess that's another thing you have to watch out for in the event is because the servants can gang up on the can gang up on you.
Yeah, that was the downside of one of my servants getting killed near the beginning. Oh, not near the beginning, but she did get killed quite early on. But overall, I think everyone else survived, so it was okay.
Yeah. I guess she wasn't as lucky as the other ones.
I don't remember who I also used. I think I did use Karma during that one because I used 5-star Karma. Karma was good during the event. As for assassin, she is really good because she helped most of the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Ooh, I got lost in quartz. Nice.
Yeah, well, I didn't actually use Karma because there was
Cost was high.
There was not enough space.
Okay.
And so I was forced to use something else. Like for instance, I would use got his name. I think it's Irma or Irma assassin.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's the one with the guns and Phantasm. He shoots and he sneaks up behind someone and shoots them.
Oh, I think I know who it is. I haven't properly leveled him yet, so I might do that during this. When I've leveled up when I'm going to level up most of my servants, because I do need to level up a lot of my 4 and 3 stars. Because I've leveled up a lot of my 5 stars, and I'm almost finished with all of them so far. Well, not so far, but about 70-80% of my rosters. But I crashed again. Great. I've pretty much leveled most of my servants already, but yeah, I'm getting close to. But I do want to get some of my servants to level 100. That's one goal I do want to get. So I do want to get Spishtar, and I do want to get some other ones to level 100 if I've got time. I mean, if I've got enough embers, I can do that.
Okay.
So I do have enough. I think I've got enough grails. Oh, it's almost reset time as well. So,
Oh, yes. Yep.
I
Nearly
just,
2.
yeah, I just need to finish this wave, and then
I just started a new wave and I didn't realize
that's
it.
okay. It'll, we got time. It only takes about a minute, depending on how much that you do, and depending on how many waves you clear during that time. Oops, that is not the right one. Yep. Are you clearing it in 3 or 4 waves? Sorry, 3 or 4 turns.
3 turns.
3 turns? Okay, that's good.
Well, depending on, who, like, if one survives.
Survive? Okay, true. I mean, some do survive and I just use, Charger. Yep, reset's gonna happen very shortly. Less than a minute. Hopefully I can get all this done in one turn.
Yep. If not, you'll just have to reset it.
It'll automatically reset. Oh, it's 2 o'clock now. So... it'll cut off after this. Yeah, after this wave, it'll cut off. As in this whole fight.
Which should be right now. Well, for me anyway.
For me, it should start any minute. Because I'm up to the last wave. It'll probably cut off after I kill this one.
Begin update. And being a bamboo.
How much am I on? 83. Nope. And this will update. Data updated. Okay. Back we go. Everyone gets kicked out. This is a new day for USA. So yeah. You can update. Oh, 17 megabytes. Oh, that's probably because of Elia and yeah, all those ones. Take a look at the current banner. And it crashed. For frick's sake, why do you keep crashing?
Yeah, it crashed on my end too.
Oh, speaking of Miyu, Miyu Aerofilt. I got Miyu on my login screen. Nice. I forgot Miyu. Okay, guess.
You know, speaking of the new thing, the back to school campaign, you actually get some login rewards. Like
You do, yes.
And it says increase start stash login rewards, bonus rewards, limited time.
Yeah, I get some quartz as well, but I'm gonna save them for later.
It says Login streak, day 1, 2 Sync Quartz, 5 summon tickets, 2,000 friend points, 100,000 QP, Blaze of Wisdom all 20, 1 golden fruit. Apparently you get 14 days worth of rewards.
Yeah, if you're after Ilya or the Mage X, Alta, pretty good time to roll for them. But for me, I don't need any of them because I've already got them already. Ilya's not bad if you want a single target caster, which is alright. So the other ones are not really that much I need to roll for. But it depends on how lucky you get. You can either get Miyu or you can get Ilya. If you get Miyu, you actually won some of the lottery. Because Miyu is actually rarer to get. Because she's a 4-star limited servant. She can only be get from certain raid ups, and she's not easy to get in terms of a 4-star because she's not exactly. She doesn't appear like. Why did my game crash? Why is my game keep crashing? The frick is going on here? Looks like I'm not going to be able to farm. This is kind of annoying. If my game keeps crashing when I'm farming, this is going to be very annoying. Yes, I haven't even started farming yet. Or I was tempting to farm. There we go. Okay. Back to farming I go.
Yep.
But yeah, it's pretty simple. Pretty straightforward. Just farm, whatever.
Yep.
Probably take me a while to get 200 boxes, but it's fine.
You may have a goal of how many you're going to get, but me, I just say as many as I can possibly get.
I'm getting close to Bond 10 Q. Come on, it shouldn't take too long.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm actually close to getting another servant of mine up to Bond 10.
Nice. Which one?
I think it's Alante Berserker.
Okay, not bad.
That's the 4-star Berserker that looks like with black armor that looks like a cat girl.
I know who that is. I've got her MP5 and I don't know why I keep getting spooked by her a couple times. That's fine.
Hey, you're lucky, at least you got her at MP5.
Yeah, but I've got most servants at MP5, technically. I got spooked by them quite a bit during my rolls.
Like, I've only got her at MP4.
She'll spook you. She'll spook you again. Guarantee it.
Yep.
I mean, if you got her MP4, you'll get her MP5 eventually. Trust me. Because 4 stars can spook you like crazy. They spook quite more frequently than 5 stars. You should know this better than anyone.
Yep. Yeah, don't worry. I know.
Still haven't leveled up Q yet. How many do I need? But yeah, pretty chill for today. Nothing much happening, just farming. This is actually quite important compared to anything else.
That's true.
Depending on how many boxes you need, how many I need to farm.
Yeah, it's a very chill one. Although, sad that not many people are watching.
That's fine. I'm just happy just talking. It's just like a hangout stream in a way. I don't mind.
I would have expected DCR's Hero and some other people to come and see.
I mean, I only stream like once a week. If I stream more than once a week, that depends on how many people join. But it's like it depends. I just stream when I can because I'm usually kind of busy during the week, so it's very hard for me to find time to stream.
Yeah, true.
So I work like nearly every day, and I only get like maybe about 2 hours free before I hit the bed. I'm usually quite tired.
Boy.
Yeah, well, I come back at night, so like around 9. Well, not 9. Actually, 9:10, 9:20, depending. PM at night. So yeah, it's not easy for me. And I just do whatever I can, play a bit of FGO or whatever, and yeah, hit the bed after that. Because I have to wake up the next day and I have to work again. So yeah, farming, or in this case, streaming is very difficult. Wake up in the morning and you go to work. After work, you go home and you sleep. Day in, day out. That's work. That's life for everyone.
Yep. 9 to 5.
Well, I technically don't work 9 to 5. I work quite later than that.
Oh. Well, yeah, because, you know, it's a restaurant and, you know, people tend to eat late at night.
I never said anything about what my job was, just letting you know.
Oh. Sorry.
It's fine.
Hey, at least I didn't say. Hey, look at it this way. At least I didn't say where it is you work. Otherwise, your subscribers would end up going there.
I mean, sure, you can find me at McDonald's anywhere. I mean, yeah, it's very busy at McDonald's. 100%. Okay, fine. I work at Macca's. Are you happy now?
Yep.
But
And you earn quite a
the
bit being the team man, like the team trainer.
manager in a way. Yeah, managers get paid quite a bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you're team trainer.
Kind of.
It's like higher in position, but just below manager.
Yeah, I do get paid a bit more than usual. But hey, at least I'm good at my job.
True.
Until you get those, unless you get those customers that literally scream in your face. Well, not scream.
Oh, yeah.
Not technically scream, but more like they complain about stuff. I'm like, can you just be happy?
Yep.
Or at least try not to cause a commotion, which actually did happen yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, luckily it was kind of solved in a way. Sort of. Work is work. You can't make anyone happy.
Yep. Bet the person was a woman that probably had a haircut that said, "I demand a parlay with the CEO."
Well, she wasn't a Karen, I can tell you that. At least I don't know her name was Karen. I'm not gonna say anything, but yeah. Some people are quite touchy when it comes to, oh, this food is not the way I imagined it. I'm like, yeah, that's why it's called promotional advertising.
And you know, if they don't like it, well, give it to someone who might like it.
Technically, other people do have it, but hey, it's fine.
Yeah. Or you know, give it to a homeless person. They need it more. They need the food more than you.
I mean, yeah, if you try and find a homeless person, it's going to be a bit tricky. Because most of them are in the other city areas. I don't work in a city area. Actually, yeah, never mind, I do work in a city area. Do you call it a city area?
Different part of the city.
Okay. I was like, pretty sure that's not a city, but I'm like, it's a shop. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm going to way too in deep with where I work. But yeah, yeah, I late shifts are very hard.
Yep.
Hurry up and bond level up, Ku. God damn it, how much you need?
Though I won't lie, I used to work in the fast food place myself when I was like years ago. And I will say that it used to be pretty good, but then when we got a new manager, things started to go downhill. It became a very toxic environment, and that was way before I moved to the city.
Yeah. I mean, new managers can be either experienced or non-experienced at all. Believe me, I got... Oh no, my game crashed again. Okay, I'm gonna have to close this and reopen it. Oh, fudge.
Because you know, this boss that I used to have, like the last manager of where I used to work.
Give me a sec. I need to reload my stream. Give me a sec.
Oh, no problem. We'll be right back. why it's doing that.
Okay, that fixed it. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Very odd. Normally it doesn't have that issue, but today's just been crashing a lot. I guess it doesn't want me to farm as much.
Probably.
Says my phone's like, yeah, go get a life. I'm like, I do, but I'm farming right now. I mean, I have a job, so yeah, I do have a life.
Yep.
Actually, I'll probably turn it off to save power. I have to keep a close eye on my phone. Anyway, what were we talking about? You were saying something before?
Oh yeah, the where I used to work, like years ago I used to work at a fast food restaurant. I used to be a kitchen hand at a local Kentucky Fried Chicken.
KFC.
Yep. And it was in the local town that I used to live in before moving into the city. And what I'll say is that at first it was actually okay. It was actually nice to work in, but when we got a new head manager, this guy, to put it bluntly, he was actually a real asshole. And not to mention he was actually very aggressive too.
Okay.
And, you know, like once, I actually remember one time I came to my local KFC for lunch, and a work colleague that I worked with, she was serving me, and as she was also in tears. And then, you know, I also saw a red mark on her face too. That's what's going on. She said that he yelled at me, like just yelled at me for something. And I could tell that that was not really true because, you know, like from the red mark, I sort of, you know, put two and two together, realizing that he probably hit her.
Yeah, well, things happen, but you can also, if that happens, you can kind of call people.
Yeah.
You know, higher up, call the higher ups.
Yeah. And I won't lie and say this, that if it was me today, like, it wouldn't have been me then, because I was not as strong and all of that, but if it was me now, I actually would have gone out back and I would have, you know, I would have done an Arnold Schwarzenegger from Kindergarten Cop. You know, I would have gone, you hit the staff member, I hit you. You know, I would have done the same thing as Arnie did in, you know, as Arnie did in Kindergarten Cop. I would have done that to him. You know, you hit the girl, I hit you.
Just try and don't make a big commotion, and that's the only thing you have to worry about. Because some things could happen, you don't want to end up in a bad way.
True. So that's an example of what this boss was like. And I was lucky to get out of there when I did. And the funny thing is, when I actually left, something actually happened. And what I actually never mentioned is that one of the jobs I used to do at the my local KFC was that I used to do the potato and gravy. Like, I used to make the potato and make the gravy, and what actually happened is that after I left, the good flavor of potato and gravy left with me. Like, a lot of people used, like, I remember when I was working there on the weekends, the customers would be buying, like, those that actually knew I worked there, they would be buying potato and gravy, and they thought it was the best potato and gravy they've ever eaten.
Mm-hmm.
And about 2 months later, like 2 months after I left, when we came back to the town where I used to live. We had KFC, and the KFC that we had was, well, it was shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the potato and gravy really, really tasted bad. So, yeah, the the KFC really, really went downhill when I left. It was like
Yeah,
that.
that's what happens.
Yeah. So, you know, the good taste of KFC at my local, like, in my old town, it left with, like, I took it with me.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can't find good management these days sometimes.
Yep. And not many people know this, but I've actually not really had employment ever since then. Mainly because of the fear of possibly having another boss just like him.
I mean, you're gonna find one eventually. It's not really that hard to say, because there's always a bad manager, there's always good managers, and you'll have to gamble literally to find a
Yeah, I know.
bad and good managers. But most of what I've encountered from hopping from job to job is that a lot of managers are kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie. I've encountered some really messed up managers, or not messed up, but more like really bad managers, and I've encountered a few good managers. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
The ones that are good, they were good, but there was something about the job that it couldn't, it couldn't keep up. I couldn't keep up with what I was after. So,
Yeah.
I mean, manager was good, it's just that they can only do so much. And then, yeah, when it comes to bad managers, okay, you get somewhat of a good job, but it's like, you have to keep up this, like, bad negativity of the workers around you. It's like, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. And you know, there's always that thing, you know, how they say, how that when someone becomes a manager, they become, well, some say that they become so full of themselves that they have to hang a cup up their ass just to catch their access.
I mean, when it comes to managers, yeah, they have to have a level of, what do you call it? A level of iron, best way I can put it. Iron will.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy to become a manager, because if you become a manager, in this case someone in charge, you kind of have to literally help solve the problem in a way.
Yeah. In fact, I actually do remember one time, like, with a manager that I had before him, before this other guy. Well, actually, a few incidents I remember is one time there was this manager that was looking out of the window, not like like I was talking to her and she didn't respond, and she was just staring out the window, like looking out of the window, looking at something, didn't know what it was. Call out her name, and then afterwards I was like, well, I've heard of mannequins in the shop window, but you look almost lifelike.
Okay.
And apparently, you know, she was just thinking about something.
Okay.
And another time was when, you know, there was like something. There was something that was not that I, you know, that we were like it was a big rush hour, not too sure, but afterwards I was like, why do I have to do this? Why me? And I remember the manager going, well, don't look at me as if I get all the fun. I have to deal with customer complaints.
I'd have to do more than that, technically.
Yeah. And I know what and you know what I said? I was like, I'll deal with the next one, and you can handle this other matter. So that was very funny, going, I'll handle the next one, and you can handle this other thing.
I mean, it depends on how you can handle certain situations. That's the only downside. Ooh, actually, what do I need in this one? Do that. Because there are certain things that some people can only handle at a certain amount of times. Anyway. Yeah, things can get a bit worse.
Yeah. And you know, there was also a time when I was, when, like, you know how that's, you know, in the fast food place, like, people, like, you know how they have hot food and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
There was a time where I actually was noticing people, like, you know, like whenever there was like a chip or something, like a hot chip or something that went out of the tray, they would actually, yeah, they would actually eat it, like pick it up and eat it. And I noticed them always doing that, and then one day I thought, you know, I'll do it. Like, if everyone else is doing it, I think it's okay. And then the next thing I know, they ended up, like, somebody had actually reported me doing it.
Okay.
And I was shocked. Like, why would they do that? And then, of course, you know, the manager, this was the manager way before that, that arsehole one. He had a talk, like, he sat down and had a talk with me about it, and I was like, I told him that everyone else was doing it. And he was like, oh? And that's what I told them, like telling them I've seen them all the time. You know, if that's true that I'm not allowed to do that, well, everyone else was doing it. And I told them that I'd seen them stuffing their faces when you're not looking.
That's not good.
Yeah, he didn't fire me and all that because he figured that the others, like other people, had probably put me up to it. And you know, afterwards he told me that I'm glad you told me this. I'm going to resolve this straight away. I think he, like, without a doubt, I reckon he was probably the best manager we had.
I mean, yeah, you get some good ones and bad ones.
And yeah, he didn't really reprimand me and all of that because he figured that most likely someone put me up to it. And when I told him all about what was happening, you know, he decided to resolve that issue straight away. If it was any other manager, I probably would have been fired on the spot.
I mean, they would probably give you a warning in the start, and then it would probably do something later on if you keep doing it. But I don't know. It comes to warnings first. Usually, people give warnings first. Although when it comes to some people, they don't exactly listen. Anyway.
Yeah.
What with all the Toria card stuff, Rick?
And of course, you know, once I was actually falsely accused of stealing. and until you know the until you know the until one of the other managers, you know, caught the real culprit in the act.
Uh-huh.
You know, so guess there's a lot of stories that happened. You know, a lot of things that happen, you know, during the workplace, and
I mean, yeah, a workplace is definitely full of stories. They can come out of nowhere. Believe me, some things I would like to say, but I can't say it because of my current workplace. But there are some things that did happen in my other previous workplaces that I don't mind sharing. What else can I say? What can I say? I do remember one time when I was trying for another job, like basically, you know, an introduction-based one, or not introduction, but more like a trial.
yeah,
I was. Here's the thing. I was gonna see how well I can actually do at this job. Like, for example, my trial run, see if I liked it or not. Or in this case, see if the workplace was an okay area, in a sense. Because I like to test things out before I actually do my best at. I guess you could say more like, is it suited enough for? Is it well enough for me to work out?
yeah,
So I kid you not that. Okay, I did try to work at one place just to see how well it was. The area I wanted to work, the place I wanted to work at. It was a bit further away from my home, as like further away. It's like a 34-minute, 30 to an hour, 30 minutes to an hour drive, depending on traffic and stuff. But the problem was of that workplace is the manager. When I went for the interview,
yeah.
I don't know. The manager was not exactly that good, in a sense. What I mean by not that good, as in the way he puts off, like, you know, certain aura and stuff. Like, you can tell a good manager, like a professional manager in a way.
Uh-huh.
The way he tested something. He tried to test some skills of what I was able to do. So I'm like, okay, I can give this a shot. He asked me to do some things. I did that, and like, okay, he talked about my wages and stuff of my previous workplaces. I'm like, that's not exactly a question I can exactly answer, because I've never actually had a proper job before that. So what I did was, I gave him a kind of a... How do I explain it so it's not exactly a good and bad taste? I gave him like a false-ish but true type of thing of how much I earned, basically.
Okay.
So in a sense, I said I earned this amount and I worked this amount of hours, because to be honest, I don't know how much I technically work or how much I earn in that time. So he, don't know why, but he brought out a calculator and tried to calculate how much I would earn from that amount. I'm like, okay, this seems a bit odd. And then he's like, okay, he did some calculations, and it's like, yeah, I can't actually pay this amount. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? So then we decided to talk a bit more, and it's like, okay, we'll give you a trial run, see how it goes. I'm like, okay. I did the trial, I think it was like a week after, something like that, because you need a day where it's not too busy, basically. So, I did the trial.
Yeah.
When I was doing the trial, there was, like, you get, you know, when it comes to new stuff, you're like, oh, where you come from? What do you like? And you know, basically, you know, try to chit chat, like trying to stir up some conversations. You know, with new staff and stuff. Like all the staff want to get to know the person. For me, I wasn't exactly a person who likes to open up, in a sense, unless I really know that person.
Yeah.
So I kind of gave a bit of like false sense of information. Of they asked me, "Whoa, how old are you?" or "What do you do?" and stuff like that. I'm like, "Okay, I'll give you some fake information." Because I don't like to give my age and stuff to the public. In this case, to people I don't know. It's not exactly a thing you would ask when you first meet someone.
Yeah.
In a way, that's kind of rude, in a way. Depending on the person. Or in this case, depending on the people. So, okay, so I blah blah blah, yada yada, do the work. And I realized that this type of work is actually a bit strenuous for me. Because I'm not used to this type of work, in a sense. So, the trial was over, like after a few hours later, and the manager asked me, well, gave me well, there was two managers there, so they gave me feedback of how I did the job, in a sense. In this case, the trial. And he said, you did pretty poorly there. And in my mind, I was like, yeah, I did pretty bad, not gonna lie. I'm like, okay, okay, I tried to, in a way, try and get out of the job, because I realized that, yeah, this job might not be the best for me. So I tried to say sorry, I might not be interested in the job after all. So what they tried to do was, they said, oh yeah, we can give you another position, like a different type of job at our workplace. Like, you can do this other job, which was like a, you know, a lower tier job, in a sense. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think I want to do that, sorry. And so, yeah, after a few, like, minutes of conversation, they kind of tried saying, oh, your last job must have been this, like, your actual job was like this amount of pay. It was really that low. I'm like, okay, that's really lowballing me right now. Okay, you are literally pissing me off. I tried to say it not in my head. I was like, okay, that's kind of pissing me off, in a way. So because you don't talk your previous job's pay in the current place you're working at. That's kind of rude, man. That's really, really rude.
That is true.
And so, okay, no, sorry, I'm not interested in the job. So I just handed back, like, the uniform, in this case, part of the uniform, that they gave me, and, yeah, they showed me the way out, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I knew this job was bad in the beginning, I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm not coming back to that, so yeah. And then I left after that, so like, yeah, there's no way I'm going back after that. I checked some reviews and stuff of that workplace, and like, yeah, that job was, yeah, you're gonna have they had some complicated reviews, some lower stars reviews, and some okay reviews and stuff. It was just bad. And that was before COVID, just letting you know. So yeah, it was a really, I just felt like I wasn't comfortable working there.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I would have been like that too.
You don't talk about your previous job's pay and stuff. That's kind of rude. They said that literally in front of my face. I'm like, okay, that's rude. If you think this job might be any better for pay, I don't care about that. I'm just not comfortable in this workplace. So I'm just gonna leave. If you see certain signs of, like, a place that might not be the best idea to work at, trust that gut and leave.
True.
But yeah, it was really... It felt odd working there, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave now. I'm not gonna come back. I don't even want to go to that area. It was a place that had not bad. I guess you could say the food wasn't. It looked pretty okay, but most of the way they treat this stuff, well, not treat stuff, but more like the way they treat new stuff was a bit weird. I mean, they showed me how they run stuff, like sure, but it was like all over the place. Oh my god, trying to find certain things is like really different. Well, for a first time, for a person who wants to work there first time, for a trial even, that's pretty hard to see what I need to do. I'm like, why is everything all over the place? Like, if I want to find certain thing, why can't I just find in one specific area? Why do you just put it in one specific area, and rather than just putting it all over the whole goddamn workplace? It was so freaking hard to keep track of remembering everything. I'm sure I was younger at the time. I'm like, yeah, I can remember certain things, but it was just goddamn. It was a nightmare, but it was more like, for a new person, you're literally going to overwhelm them, and I was overwhelmed from the very beginning.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for that.
I'm like, I don't want to talk about my age, unless I'm comfortable talking about it, but I'm like, yeah, that was not exactly, there were certain things there that I didn't want to exactly talk about. I'm like, bro, I'm just here for a trial, I'm not here to actually be here permanently. Like, sure, you can ask a few questions and stuff, but like, don't go too deep. I'm not ready for that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's like it's like you're almost trying to scare away the new stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not totally extroverted. I'm more introverted in a sense. But like, I can do stuff pretty well if I put my mind to it. But there's just too much that my mind could handle at the current time. Like, it's skillful, but not that skillful at trying to be comfortable in that position.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I left that. I'm like, yeah, I'm never coming back.
That was a smart move.
Yeah. I had a feeling that I was probably going to do bad there. Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, there's no way. There's no way I was going to work there.
Yeah, well, like I said, I don't blame you. I would have done the same thing.
The way the manager was acting was quite odd. Like, I'm here for an interview, not for a what do you call those things? Just, you know, like, huh?
Interrogation.
Yeah, I'm not here for interrogation. So I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to do well in the job. Don't literally force things out. I'm like, god damn, this is so rude.
Yeah. You know, I just remembered there was a time at work where I actually secretly, unintentionally got a bit of a pay rise.
Okay. Can be good or bad, depending on the pay rise.
Well, it wasn't exactly a official pay rise, but one of the things I remember when I used to work at my local KFC before moving to the city is outside, outside the restaurant, you probably know these, like, every restaurant probably has these. They have like an outside garden in the car park. And they also have, gardens and stuff like that in the drive-through area too.
Wait, is this the same one you told me about before?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
And what people didn't like, a lot of, like, one of the kitchen hands' duties was actually to go out into the car park gardens and clean out, like collect rubbish and stuff like that out from the gardens to make it look spotless and all. And a lot of the staff members hated doing it, but I did it. But on some lucky days, I would end up finding people's lost money.
Yeah, I remember this. You told me about this before.
Yeah. And one time I did find like a $20 note. And I said I was doing the gardens, look what I found. And the manager, he actually took it off me. He's like, I'll take that. And since then, like ever since then, whenever I did find money in the garden, I would always keep it to myself. And I'll tell you, on some days I would find like coins, or on lucky days, notes. And one time, I actually found a bunch of, like a huge thing of money in the garden. And it was basically a rolled up thing of notes. And it was like $600. Basically 6 $100 notes wrapped up, like in a rolled up, and with a rubber band around it. And it was like smack right in the middle of the garden as I was, picking up stuff like that, and all of a sudden it just fell out and it landed on the ground in front of me, and I was like, oh my god. And obviously I didn't tell the manager of this, I just, picked it up, put it in my pocket. And later when I told my parents and stuff about it, they suspect that maybe it was possibly drug money. Like...
Probably.
Yeah, the kind of thing that's,
Yep.
like, drug deal, and, they do the handout, or they leave cash somewhere on the, like, in a hidden thing, so that, to purchase drugs.
Some people
and all.
usually leave a sign in the way.
Yeah, well, most likely it was something like that, and to this day I even wonder, like, the person that left the cash there, who knows what could have happened to him or her. Maybe he would have gotten his kneecaps broken, or maybe he or she would have been murdered. And if that was the case, then I may have been responsible for it.
Well, we can't really blame.
But I guess, that's what happens when you do drugs. You should expect something like that.
I mean, you can't trust much. Comes to...
But yeah. To this day, I really never found, I never found that much loose money in my life, and all while doing the gardens at the, picking up rubbish in the in the car park and in the gardens of the local KFC. So people hated doing it, but if they would have loved, the other staff hated doing it, but if they would have done it like me, they could have. There's a chance they could have found would have had a little bit of a pay rise when they find cash. But I found a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff doing the gardens. Hell, there's even one time when I actually found a used bong. Yeah, the little pot, little.
I know what it is.
Well, they probably don't.
Oh, they probably do if people are watching it. People know what it is. I mean, just look it up. You'll find out the reason why. Just Google stuff. You'll find the reason. Definition, I should say.
Yeah, but basically it was like a homemade one. Kind of like a milk, like a small milk bottle, and there was like a hole punched hole into it, and a hose, like a bit of a garden hose, whack in the middle of it. So, yeah. So, you know, that's what I wanted to share, is that I found some interesting things while I was doing, you know, the gardens.
Yep.
So, you know, you'd be surprised what you could actually find. And oh, and speaking of finding, one time I actually did find, uh, like, one time I was doing, uh, like sorting out slices of ham, you know, for the bacon and cheese, like burgers, like fillet burgers. And as I was sorting out the slices of ham, I discovered, like, one time I discovered a slice of ham, and there was like a big rectangular piece of chunk of metal right in the center of it. And yeah, like once I found a little bit of like a big piece of, like, big chunk of metal smack in the center of the slice of ham. And I remember pointing it out to the manager, like saying there's a piece of metal in this ham. And she took a closer look, and she goes, "So there is." Oh my god. Yeah. But, you know, that's part of the fast food industry is that sometimes their factory stuff, you know, you can expect to find things like that in there, like from pieces of wire to shards of metal to pins, or God forbid, maybe even dead animals.
Yeah, some things you can find in certain things. It's a lottery, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Because you never know what you're gonna find.
Yeah. Or you could say it's like a gotcha game.
Well, not really. Gotcha's more you have to... Well, technically lottery is kind of like gotcha. Because you don't know what you're gonna win.
Yeah. You just never know what you could find.
Well, this is bingo. Yeah, that's a bit different. Oh, come on. When is Q gonna get Bond 10? I am literally that close to Bond 10ing him. I've done so many grinds so far. I'm surprised he hasn't Bond leveled him yet. He's supposed to be Bond 10 by now. He's like less than 20k. And Herc's got 40k left for reaching Bond 10. Sorry, Bond 12. Come on, Q. Come on, Herc. Level up already.
Like, I bet you've never found anything like that while working, haven't you?
If it comes to big money and stuff, I usually hand it off to the manager because you don't. Depending on, well, if the workplace is okay enough, trustworthy enough, then yeah, you just hand the important stuff to the manager because they'll give back to the person who owns it. I have found certain things, but I don't want to say what they are due to their personal properties and stuff. So basically what they own and stuff. They forget sometimes to leave stuff behind, like clothing and stuff. They usually just hand to the manager at the front, and then they'll get it when they come back. I mean, places I worked at are very reliable, I guess you could say. They're not stingy. So that's one good thing about my luck in a way. I find some pretty interesting workplaces. But at the same time, usually if it's the workplaces I usually stay at, usually they're really good. I have a good sense of judgment when it comes to what I want to work at, where I want to work at.
Yeah. Well, you know, I was actually also honest, you know, as well. Like...
Until that...
you know, there was that time where where $100 of petty cash from the petty cash tin in front counter was missing.
Mm-hmm.
And when I heard about that, I actually remember finding $250 notes on the floor as I was sweeping the front.
Mm-hmm.
And I took it and put it in my pocket, you know, so that I'd know who it, like, you know, I didn't spend it all. And when one of the managers talked about it, like, said that there was some petty cash missing, I remember going up to the front, like, going to her, and I said, "You said that there was petty cash missing." And I said, "Do you mean this?" Like, I then, you know, explained that I found this while I was sweeping under the counter, and since, you know, since they were talking about petty cash that was missing from one of the tills, I figured it was this.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. That's good. At least if it comes honestly, that's great.
Yeah. So, you know, that's one time I found money while at work and didn't, you know, keep it. Well, if it was money inside the building, then I wouldn't keep it, but if it was money outside the building, like in the gardens, yes, I would keep it. But, yeah, I didn't keep it, you know, in the, like, well, since, you know, it was in the building.
Mm-hmm.
And especially, you know, when the manager did say, one of the managers did say that there was $100 of petty cash missing from the petty cash till,
Mm-hmm.
like in the, like from the front. And that's when I recalled finding the $250 notes while I was sweeping under the counter.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I figured, you know, that was where it came from.
When
And
the
I had
heck
to
is
dig.
Q gonna level up? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's a good place to explain that. Yeah, I found this because of this.
Yep. Although I'm pretty glad that they didn't accuse me of stealing then.
If you speak up usually early enough, you'll say something. Oh, he's got 4k left. Okay, I'm getting close to bond turning coup. Okay. Not long now. I'm like...
Oh. I'd say probably
I
another
crashed again.
5. I'd say probably at least 5 more.
Yeah, 5 more runs will do it. Which means like 2 left. 2 St. Quartz.
Yeah, well, my Alente is probably got another 19,000 left to go before Bond 10.
My Herc's like at 41k. So I did a bit of farming. So he's almost there. He's almost got to Bond 12. I'm trying to get to Bond 12 Herc. It's gonna take a while, but it'll do.
Yep. Although originally I was trying to get my Gilgamesh's bond up to bond 12. You know,
Caster Gilgamesh?
No, Caster Gilgamesh.
Yeah, I said Caster Gil.
Oh yes, I thought you said Archer.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. But, you know, I guess, you know, it would be probably a bit faster if raising the bond thing would probably be faster if I switched the CEs with bond CEs.
Yeah, but you need to use the lottery Cs because you want to get a lot of farming. Because it's a lottery event, not a bond farming event. Then technically it's both, but you need to use you need to prioritize the bond. Sorry, the event Cs.
Yeah, sure.
How many neighbors are dogs barking? The other neighbors. Oh, I got a lot of neighbors, dogs. I got a lot of neighbors that have dogs in my area. It's very interesting. Not gonna lie. Got one over there, and then one over there. Like, how many dogs? People like dogs.
Who doesn't?
I mean, dogs are cute, especially when that little dog came in the workplace. That was pretty cute. Even though the person forgot the leash, left the leash at our restaurant. So I brought it up to the counter. I'm like, uh-oh, they forgot the leash. Because they were carrying the dog the whole way. I'm like, uh-oh. Like, you're supposed to check everything before you leave the leave the restaurant stuff. You don't want to leave anything behind. So getting back to there is going to be tricky. I feel like it might be raining today. Might rain tonight.
Possibly.
It's a bit dark for the clouds today.
And I just realized today is the second last day of winter.
Is it winter? I thought last month was winter.
No. Spring usually
Yeah.
happens.
It is winter. I forgot. It's winter, spring in a couple of days. I thought it was still spring.
Yeah, usually spring happens on the first. Like, it happens in September.
Yeah, I can't. Although I'm kind of curious to see what happens during spring, because you know what spring is known for, right? In Australia. Oh, besides that,
I don't think I know.
magpie nesting season.
Oh, that.
We do get a few magpies at our workplace. So, at my workplace. So I'm curious.
No, tomorrow.
Well, I'm just curious if they're gonna swoop because we do have outdoor seating areas. I'm just curious if the magpies do come because we do get some magpies searching for food. Although I don't know if they're going to be aggressive when nesting season comes. That's the one thing I forgot about. So I got quite close to a magpie yesterday.
I see.
And I wasn't going to feed anything because I was taking away the food off the table. Not cleaning it off the table. And they were trying to eat the leftovers on the table. It's a cute magpie, but you don't want it to litter, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
You do get a lot of littering. You know what I mean by littering, right?
Yep. Although, nothing can compare to the, like, if they actually swoop, well, let's just say I bet they're nothing compared to the magpies that I encountered. Like, back when I used to live in my old town. Like, in my old town we had, probably without a doubt, the most vicious magpies you would ever encounter. Like, during swooping season.
Yeah, swooping season is really awkward at times. So you have to be very safe.
Yeah. Like, one time I can tell you is, one time I was riding home from work, and as I was doing that, I was just riding along the road, minding my own business, nothing happening. And then all of a sudden, I was smack right in the head. You know, it was like somebody just coming up right behind me and whacking me across the head with a blunt object like a hammer or a wrench. It was like somebody just did that. And at first I thought I was being attacked, so I look around, there was nothing there, and then all of a sudden I heard a squawk, and hovering right above me was a magpie. And boy, I was really pissed. And when I got home, I took off my helmet, looked at it, and there was a huge crack on it. And mind you, this was a really hard one. This is like one of those ones that have like a very thick plastic casing.
Yep,
And
I've seen them.
Yeah, it was one of those, not those, you know, thin ones with the sheet of plastic on it. Like, this was a very thick sheet, like I'd estimate probably 6, maybe 7 millimeters thick. Like nearly a centimeter thick. And this thing, it just cracked it. Like, and that was from the magpie swooping, and I'm thinking, that could have been my head, that could have been my skull. So if it wasn't for that helmet, I probably would have had a really severe skull fracture, as well as possibly a huge gash wound, because that magpie, you know, just swooped, probably at full force, and, you know, I didn't hear it coming. You know, there was no sound, nothing. It just, most likely it would have, you know, just shot down like an arrow.
Yeah, you kind of have to watch out for them, because if it comes to those type of seasons, they really are fast. Because I remember one time, when I was really young, I did get swooped by a magpie. And yes, it did hit my head. I was okay, but I felt like I had a blunt in my head. I still can feel it to this very day. And yeah, it's they hit hard. They can hit hard. So that's why a lot of people nowadays have you know when you black helmets, you see those thin, like, you know, sticks, whatever, coming out.
Yeah.
That's to make sure the magpie don't swoop on you, because they are, like, you know, they're anti-bird in a way.
Yeah. Though I could come up with something better. Maybe one that has like a sensor, and when it senses something very close hitting it, it sprays a shotgun blast.
I'm pretty sure the magpies are pretty fast when it comes to moving around. Yeah, you kind of have to watch out for them during the spring season. Spring season's where things will get a bit dicey when it comes to knowing if a bird's good or not. In this case, if you don't want to get into a magpie, because a lot of birds, not just magpies, are kind of scared of magpies during the nesting season.
Yep.
Because nesting season is the worst when it comes to being in spring in Australia. Because it's magpie season, so if you are planning on going to Australia at one point, just be careful not to come in spring too often. I mean, sure, autumn is okay, but spring is probably one season you kind of have to watch out for. Because of magpies.
And I won't lie, I really hate magpies.
I mean, some of them are pretty cute when they're like babies, but like when you get the older ones, yeah, be careful of those when it's nesting season. You kind of have to watch out for them.
Yeah. Although, I do actually know a funny story about magpie swooping season.
Hey, Bonten Q, finally! Taking a screenshot of that.
Oh yes, Bond 10. And you received a
20 coins.
yeah, not only that, but you also received a craft essence, Star of Prophecy.
Yep, I do. And what does it do? What does it do? Increase MP strength by 30%. And chance to increase critical strength by 10% when attacking for himself only. If quickly let's quick with. That's pretty bad CE, I'm not gonna lie. Okay.
Well, there are CEs that are, you know, suited for certain characters.
I'm gonna change my server now so I don't need him. I mean, I got his bond 10, so I'm happy. So, yay. Okay, switch you up for someone else. Don't need you anymore. Who else does need a bond level? Actually no, that's MP level. I should get bond level. Bond level, Nope, too much cost. How much do you need? You need a lot. It's fine. I should probably level up those servants that need, what's it called? That, bond requirement. Does Skaha need it? No, it probably doesn't. Don't remember who. That's fine. I'll just choose different. Actually, no, I probably should choose all the one stars.
Wait a minute, she does.
Does she? No, I can't use her because of I don't have enough cost.
Oh.
So I'll probably use Gareth this current time. So I need you do get apples and stuff when you level up the lower levels, so I'm just gonna use those to try and get apples so I can save quartz, as you could say.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, you're frozen again. God damn it.
What is it with this freeze? And I have over 31,000. I have 31,604 dog tags.
30 what? 31?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Over 31,000, like nearly 32,000.
I think I'm up to nearly 90,000. I'm getting close.
Man, I got a long way to go.
If you're getting 100, you only need 60,000. So are you halfway there? You're kind of halfway there.
Oh.
So you only need like about, actually you should be nearly almost there, technically. But you should, yeah, try and aim for 100 boxes. That's what I would do. If you can't farm anymore, just farm as much as you can till the end of the event, if you have no more apples and stuff left. Because once I do my overall goal, I don't think I need to farm anymore. I mean, I'll try and get to 300, but... I'll try and get to 300, actually. But I'll see if I'll open up a lot more boxes. So that'll give me a lot of bronze apples. And it should give me up to 300, I hope.
Yep.
Okay, how many bronze apples do I get?
I'm actually going to open some boxes because, you know, I kind of need bronze apples.
Let's see, you get 3 each one, so 3 times... That'll give me 600 bronze apples. I need 4 for 1. So how much will that give me? I'll have 600 from doing 200 boxes. So 200 times 3 is about 600 divided by 4. That'll give me 150. That'll give me 150 boxers. No. Yeah, that'll give me like 150 boxes. Okay. Well, around that. Okay, I'm actually fine with that. Because then I'll open more boxes, and I will do more farming. I'm like, oh god, this is going to take a while. Because I do have an auto clicker. As long as I'm not changing anything to the game files, I'm actually they're actually fine with using auto clickers. Yeah, if you have an auto clicker, you can actually auto click.
Okay.
So I've been using auto clickers to open my boxes because there's no rules against clicking too much. You're opening boxes, so you're gonna click a lot, but yeah, you won't get banned for auto clicking. You will get banned for changing the game files though. That's the only downside. But you're not doing anything with the game files. You're just opening boxes. So I'm just doing that. 89,000. Okay. I need 120,000. It's gonna take a while. I'm getting close to 90k, so I'm happy with that. But I haven't got a single rainbow drop yet. I need one more rainbow drop to make this faster.
Yep. Well, it's difficult to get.
Yeah, well, chances of getting one's like... Well, do you know how much a one of those Cs, percentage-wise, will drop?
About 2%.
Yeah, it's pretty low. So you're gonna pray that 2% is gonna appear out of nowhere. 2% is very low. Yeah, it's like 2.5%. It's pretty low. I'm gonna go to the bathroom after this.
No problem.
Come on, rainbow drop. Nope. Okay. Okay, I'll be back shortly. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Yep, no problem.
Okay, back. Alright.
Oh, welcome back.
Quick toilet break, and we continue farming. Because 120 boxes is gonna take a while. No, 120 boxes. 200 boxes is gonna take a while.
Yep.
I'm very close to getting 200 boxes.
Yep.
I mean, my overall goal is 200, but I can try and get 300 if I'm lucky. I'll farm as much as I can with the amount of time we've got. Because opening those boxes is going to take a freaking long time. Because once you've opened the boxes and your present box becomes full, and you're like, oh, this is going to take this. I have to get everything out, then use them on servants, yada yada yada, do it again, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Which will take about, probably take me about a whole day to do. Well, not a whole day. It'll take me like probably close to 3 hours, 2 hours.
Okay.
And then I continue farming again. Yeah, it's a never-ending cycle of farming. If you have time to farm, you can farm. I mean, yeah, just do it. We got a week left, so we can do as much as we can.
Yep.
Still no rainbow drop. Come on! This would be great if I can get a rainbow drop. This would help me farm even more.
Yep.
I did get one before. I think it was before stream I got one rainbow drop. I mean, chance of me getting another rainbow drop was pretty lucky. I got, I think, 3 in one day. That was really lucky.
That was good.
Yeah, I got two within an hour. That was really lucky. Well, within half an hour, I should say. But other than that, yeah, it's been a slugfest. Because you don't know when you're gonna get your drops.
You know, while you were in the toilet just a while ago, I actually heard my mum and my sister singing to my nephew outside my door.
Okay.
Like, heard him going, like, nephew went to the toilet, the toilet, the toilet. Nephew went to the toilet, hip, hip, hooray! There's apparently, my nephew's being, potty trained. He's at the age where he can be potty trained, which is, 2.
That's good.
So, starting to use, you know, the toilet. Oh, my nephew's just grown up so fast.
Still no rainbow drop. Come on.
We feel old.
I mean, a lot of people will feel old when they get to an age. And I think 30 is like middle age.
Actually, no, it's not.
I know, but I'm just saying it feels like you're middle age when you're 30.
Yeah, true. That is true. Sometimes it can feel like that. But then, you know, people say, no, you're still young.
You sure about that?
Yeah. And you know, you know, there's always that thing that they, well, you know, these days, you know, when they talk about middle age, they usually mean, well, yeah, middle age, you know, you're, like, middle age usually means, someone in their, you know, like someone in their 50s.
I wouldn't say 50 is technically middle age. I would say 40 is getting to the part where you're actually middle age. So basically, when you're in your 30s, you're kind of preparing for getting to middle age. So, I mean, when you're in your 20s, you can literally do whatever because you don't mind experimenting. But then you get to your 30s and you're like, okay, I think it might be time. I don't know, it feels like it's like an age thing. It's like, you get to that point where it's like, okay, I feel like it might be time. You don't necessarily think that way, but you feel that way.
Yeah, true.
Come on, not even a rainbow drop. This sucks. Can I get a rainbow drop, please? I doubt the game's gonna listen, but hey, you never know. Oops, almost clicked the wrong character. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see how this event's gonna shape up at the end. Because you get a lot of bones, you get a lot of proofs, you get a lot of feathers, you get something else as well. You get a lot of gears.
Yep.
Gears is kind of crucial for certain ones that require gears. Don't remember who though. Actually, who requires gears? Now that I think about it. Voyager requires gears. Ah.
Okay.
But you already sent them, so it's fine. Second Ascension, a lot of them do require a bit of gears. Okay, basically anything that requires a certain mechanical object in their arsenal.
I guess it wouldn't be surprising because, you know, like Voyager would need gears considering he's,
Oh, he is a spaceship, space shuttle.
well, a space probe.
Yeah. Lancelot requires gears. That's interesting. For a saber, I mean. Third Ascension, okay. A few of them require gears for their third Ascension. Glad I'm gonna farm a lot of gears because I think I'm gonna need those.
Yep.
As for the other ones, so Max Ascension. Okay, there's some units here that I actually do need gears for, and I'm glad I'm gonna farm a lot of gears for that reason. For skills, okay, that's a decent amount, but not too many. When you get to later ascensions, yeah, they're gonna require a lot. Oh yeah, wow! I didn't know Anramanu required 15 gears. That's one of his skills. And Merlin requires a lot of gears. Leonardo da Vinci requires... Okay, a lot of them do require a bit of gears, especially when the upcoming Nemo. He's going to require gears.
Upcoming Nemo.
Nemo, yeah.
Oh, is that a new servant?
Yeah, we're getting him soonish. Oh, not soonish. We'll get him around right before Lost Bell 5.5. So it's right after the Christmas rerun, but right before Lost Bell 5.5. So 5.5 is going to come out in November. So that means we're gonna get it around October,
Okay.
I think. Well, October-ish. Because we are getting the new Guda Guda event. It's gonna come out in September.
Okay.
It's probably gonna happen right after this. Right after, yeah, probably this event. Which my wallet's not prepared for.
And what class 7 is this? Nemo?
I think he's Rider.
Is he any good?
He can move.
Okay. What is he? Arts. Arts, quick or buster?
Arts.
Okay. Is he AOE or single target?
He is single target.
Oh.
That's not bad. You haven't got many single targets for
Riders.
riders. And in terms of skills,
Well, you know, there's that 5-star one that's based on the one that Santa's based on.
he has his own NP battery, 30%. 10%, 30% battery to himself, which is not bad. And he has good arts performance. Okay, he's actually pretty good. Might get him as MP2. Don't really want him MP3, but it's fine. The next event we're getting is the Guda Guda one. And we're getting Himiko.
Is that 7 that any of us have got?
No, it's a new one. It's a ruler.
Oh, is it a free servant thing?
Nope.
Oh. Oh, bugger. I'd have to... Knew there was a catch to it.
Well, mostly Guda Guda events are not really... They don't really give free servants unless it's a specific one, as you could say. Actually, I don't even know if we're getting anything from it. Let me check. Well, there's raid. We get a special raid event. We get a new costume for Okita. Nice. Let's see. Yeah, there's no free servant for this.
Okay. I kind of like these ones where it gives out a free servant.
Yeah, but not all the time. There's some, they're not all. Because it has to fit into the story. And it just can't give you out of nowhere. Okay, Himiko is...
Like, because, you know, there's that rule... There's that 4-star Santa ruler.
Yeah, but she's... that's only for Christmas. Usually, every Christmas event usually gives one free 4-star. Usually.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, I kind of like those events, you know, where they give out a free servant, because, you know, some of them actually can be very good.
Yeah, but sometimes they have to work on a lot of stuff just to give us some things. Because remember, that's just more than one servant they're working on. So if they were to give us something for free, yeah, maybe. It depends. Ooh.
Though one thing I really hope that they do is, well, you know, every time when they do a survey thing, like what I always recommend that they need to do is they need to make a lost belt that's based on Australia.
Yeah, but we are... I'm pretty sure everyone knows what the last lost belt's going to be. Because there's only 7 lost belts.
They're going to be the very last lost belt.
The last lost belt is set in South America.
Oh, and that's going to be the very
Oh,
last.
should I say South Africa? Or South... I can't remember where. Basically South something. What's the name? Yeah, that's the longest. I think it's going to be one of the longer lost belts. Because it's going to be split into... It's a big story as well. from what I've seen on the live stream.
Yeah.
It's like huge. It's not even finished yet.
Although
Actually,
I really hope it isn't going to be the last one.
it'll be the last one, but we don't know what's going to happen next, so we don't know. They're planning on expanding on FGO for a couple of years. They have a 5-year plan, so they're improving stuff bit by bit. Be right back. Be right back. We can turn on the lights.
No problem.
Anyway, that's a bit better. Let's see now. Oops, wrong one. But yeah, can't wait to see what's gonna happen. We're still only on Lost Belt 5. And Lost Belt 5 was not exactly the easiest. But it was probably one of my favorites. In terms of, for Lost Belt.
Yeah.
What does Himiko require? Oh! For Ruler, she's not bad for in terms of, cost in a way. She's pretty cheap. So
Okay.
for her skill, she requires literally every gems. So you got your blue, reds, and yellows. Not bad. And then you get your 7th ascension, which is the Magatama, which is those little silver grey. You know, I can't say it. What it is. Those little yin and yang type of things.
Oh.
And then you got your mirrors. So she's gonna require 15 mirrors for each skill. That's interesting.
I see.
I was actually curious about something. When do we get...
Yeah. But you know, I just hope that someday, that FGO, like the FGO people, make a Lost Belt that's based on Australia.
You never know. A lot of people can speculate, but we don't know what's going to happen.
Because I reckon that one would actually be very interesting.
Yeah, but they have to think of a story, because Natsu hasn't actually completed a story yet for... But they have mentioned about Australia at one point, but they haven't actually talked about anything about it. Who knows, Australia might be the final Lost Belt, after Lost Belt 7. You never know. I'm just kidding, but you never know. We'll find out.
Well, they'll probably continue making other Lost Belts. I don't think it will be the very last one.
Well, 7 is supposed to be the last one, because there's 7 Lost Belts total. But we don't know what happens after when they've cleared all the Lost Belts. So, one way to find out. So, it'll be interesting to see what the story's going to be after Lost Belt 7. So I believe Lost Belt 7 is coming out sometime in... I can't remember exactly when the date was. Maybe October? November, maybe? I can't remember. I forgot the date, but I know it's like later half the year.
Okay.
Whoops, that's not what I wanted. No! Wait, yes. Right skill.
There's quite a few interesting new servants that they could make, with a Australian Lost Belt.
Yeah, it could be a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, they could make stuff of Banjo Patterson, Ned Kelly, Captain Cook, and...
Yeah, depends on Nasu's involvement. Because we don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, they could pick a variety of Australia's famous things, but we don't know how it's going to fit into the actual story, because it has to make sense.
True.
Because at the moment, each Lost Belt has been particular in terms of its story. If that makes sense. Because there's usually a connection between all of them. And if you do know what happens in the latest one in NA, there's actually a big boss that takes place around what happens when they complete a certain thing. Like, I can't say too much about it, but let's just say some things happen and it wasn't complete. So they'll have to work it out in the later Lost Belts.
Okay.
There's an actual story of why there's certain Lost Belts. These Lost Belts happen. Well, in this case, I have no idea. They just picked something, and they just randomly picked a point in history that they liked. I don't know. It could be anything, to be honest. Nasu can be very picky at times. I don't know. Maybe he likes his. I don't know. He's kind of lazy at times when it comes to drawing characters. They look similar, but they're not the same. They look similar, but not the same. Come on, rainbow drop. No rainbow drop. I'll do a few more runs and then I'll get something to eat.
Yep, no problem.
It's nearly 4 already. Still no rainbow drop. You do get a golden apple around Bond 6. It's gonna take a while to do, but why is Bond 2 require so much XP compared to the other ones before you get to Bond 6? It's like 20k out of nowhere. The other one's like, oh yeah, 4k, 2k, and this one's like 20k. I'm like, god damn it. Why does Gareth have to be the weirdest one? That's only for 1. Oh, it's okay.
Okay. I will say it's very lonely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, without you know, not many people watching, and you know, it's very lonely today.
That's fine. I don't mind. Well, this is just a basic chill farm stream. It's not going to be that impactful. I mean, it's just, yeah, everyone's just farming.
Yeah, true. Still, you know.
When does Herc get his bond up? God damn it, I need to check Herc's bond. Oh, it's 24k. Okay, he's not that far off. Gareth needs 5k more. Okay, he's very close. Cool. Okay. Keep on farming. Sorry.
I think it's always the lower class, like lower level servants that take the longest to bond up, isn't it?
That's all the same in a sense. It's more to do with depends on how much cost. They're lower costs. They're just lower costs. But bond levels can be tricky to explain because it can be either or. Oh, it's 1 stars I give the apples. Okay, I should probably change that to a 1 star next time. Actually, what are good 1 stars? I might level up. Because yeah, if you're trying to bond level like a higher level, if you're trying to get like something past bond level 10, it costs like over 1 million XP.
God.
And that takes a while to do, I'm not gonna lie. But it's worth it once you get the higher bond.
Oh, and I just realized my Castoria is close to being bond level 10.
Nice.
All it needs is 65,000 more.
Nice. Very close. I've used Castoria quite a bit, but I haven't used it to the extent. But I've used her quite a bit. She's not bad.
Yep.
She's very good. I think mine's like bond 7 or 8. I have to check after this farm. Oh, she's... I think she's bond level 9. No, sorry. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, she's getting... Well, actually... 8, technically. That'll be 9, that'll be 10. Yeah, she's getting close to bond level 8. I think she's 7 at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, this event is really good for just farming. You just farm a lot, and you get a lot of servants up higher bond. It's pretty easy to farm. It's like bond farming in this whole event. It gives a lot of bond XP. Not gonna lie, this event gives a lot of bond XP.
Yep.
I'll probably do some off-stream farming after this. Once it gets to 4 o'clock, I'll probably call it. I think that'd be a good time to call it. Because I'm just constantly farming, and there's no point in keeping up with this with just farming.
Yep.
I mean, it was good. It was not bad for a stream in terms of talking, but yeah, there's nothing to do, to be honest, unless someone just randomly comes in and talks. I mean, sure, we can do that if someone talks around 4 o'clock, but it's just us two talking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's like, I wish it would be more interesting.
Yeah. Just it would have been better.
Unless you have a really good conversation starter.
Yeah, true. Which, you know, we did have a good conversation. Well, sharing our stuff on stream. Like, experiences, you know, with work.
Oh, you know that, you remember last week when we went to the crane game area? That shop? Yeah, I went back afterwards, or not that same day, but like I went back after, and I went and got more of the other ones I wanted.
Oh, that's good.
So I got the whole collection of plushies now. Hehe.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I managed to get the doggo, the yellow one, and I also got the what else did I get? Don't remember. I got the whole collection, I can tell you that. I got the monkey? I think I got that the same day. Yeah, I got the twins as well.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, the twins. I got the frog.
Oh, well, that's good.
But yeah, my overall goal is trying to get 200 boxes. It'll take a while to farm, but we'll get there.
Yep. It's a long, hard road. We're going to get there. As they say.
Hey, I got a rainbow drop! Oh my god, that took a while!
About time.
Finally, take a picture of that. Jesus, that took a freaking long time. Okay, I'm out of Q. Well, no. Well, I'm out of AP. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2. So I need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Eh? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I guess I'll enhance this one. It's fine. MLB.ce.
Yep.
It took one whole stream just to get a rainbow drop. That was kind of ridiculous.
Hard to get, eh?
Pretty hard. Oh, good. It's on my Nero. I was going to put on Nero. I guess I could put on Rainus. Yeah, I'll put on Rainus. So I get one more MLBC. I can put on that. I can put on Nero. And that'll be good. That'll do.
That'll do, hero. That will do. Yeah, repeating page. Yeah, that'll do, pig. That'll do.
Mhm. Yep, that's 3 MLBs already. Okay, I just need 8 more, and then that'll be great. At least it speeds up my farming a little bit. Tiny bit, but not the most, but tiny bit to farm. Okay, this will be the last one to farm the whole entire thing, and then this last St. Quartz. And then I'll call it, if nothing else happens on stream. But yeah, finally got a rainbow drop. Oh, that took so goddamn long.
Hey, at least you got it.
Yeah, but I need like 8 more. Depends on how lucky I get. Yeah, 8 more drops is gonna be very hard. Unless I get very lucky.
Yep. Well, who knows? Hopefully you'll get lucky.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, getting just those 12 took a week.
I see.
That was not worth it. I didn't get them all early. If I got them earlier, I would have farmed a lot more. Yeah, so it's a plus 10 now. Oh, that looks so good. I've reached double digits. Double digits is going to be hard. Oh, actually, there is something I could talk about. I was watching a video just recently. It was talking about honey badgers.
Oh, really? What did it have to say?
They are very smart creatures. Well, smart animals in Africa.
Oh, yeah.
They're very ballsy in terms of literally very aggressive creatures. But also, I'm not joking. Sorry?
Badgers can be very aggressive.
Yeah, there's a honey badger. So basically, they're not afraid of anything, and they're also very well known to go straight for an animal's you know,
Right.
nope, not throat, the other one.
The genitals.
Uh-huh. And a lot of animals, well, Africa, like lions and cheetahs, like, yeah, they don't want to piss off, yeah, honey badger, because their skin, well, yeah, the skin is, like, tough as hell, like,
Yeah.
not even, yeah, like, you can't even damage, a honey badger.
Even if you stick it with a, like, stab it with a knife or something.
No, it won't work. It literally will not work. Not even machete will work on it. You literally have to go straight, like, up close to it and shoot it with a shotgun. That's how strong they are.
That sounds impossible.
Very impossible. That's why honey badgers are really tough as heck to kill. Well, not kill. You don't want to kill them, but they're very, very intelligent creatures.
Well, I don't think that would be classed as intelligence. I think that's classed as...
No, what I mean by intelligent is they can escape their captivity very quickly, and they are very well known to use tools and stuff to
Oh,
get what they want.
I gotta look that up.
There's interesting videos on YouTube for it. Look up, what's the name? There's a video I recently looked up. It was, well, I just watched. It was called... Let me try and find it. Stoffel. Stoffel the honey badger. Stoffel. That's a very famous honey badger. I think it's still alive. Not too sure. Yeah, Stoffel the honey badger. He's well known to be a very bright honey badger. In this case, honey badgers in general are pretty bright, because they are well known to escape their captivity with ease.
Yeah, actually, I'm just looking it up. It says, like, they have very thick, about quarter-inch rubbery skin, which is so tough that it's shown to nearly impervious to traditionally made arrows and spears. Further, their skin can take a full blow of a sharp machete without necessarily cutting the skin all the way through.
They're very thick.
Oh man.
And they're very intelligent creatures, because they are one of the few animals that can actually think of like certain ways to use tools and stuff, in this case certain objects, to get what they want. Like for example, I saw this in this video that they this honey badger use its own cage and stuff, or let's say, you know, portable cages, because they hang something on like the top of the tree, and pretty much this honey badger just put some stuff on there, like you try and climb up to get that certain food and stuff.
Okay.
So they can use a lot of things just to get what they want. And also, funny, you should read this story. Well, in this case, this video. Basically, this honey badger, this Stoffel, he pretty much knew how to escape his enclosure very, very easily. Because he can use any object, even like the branches, trees, or like any play object, like, you know, toys and stuff, to try and literally create a ladder and just climb out of the enclosure.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I definitely wouldn't want to encounter those things.
Oh, they're pretty smart.
Because, like I said, you know, badgers are known to be extremely violent.
Oh yeah, they're quite aggressive creatures. But honey badgers are pretty cool.
Yeah. Because, you know, you've ever heard of the term, like the old term, grumpy old badger? Well, that's where it derives from. Because when they say badgers are known to be very grumpy and aggressive, well, it is a true fact that badgers are very aggressive.
Oh yeah, they're well known to be aggressive creatures. So that's why you don't want to go near them or piss them off, because they will hold a grudge.
Yep. So, if you encounter one, stay out of their way and never make them angry.
I mean, you can leave them alone to have their own, you know, they'll do their own stuff. But yeah.
But, like I said, if encountering them in the wild, stay out of their way, and under no circumstances, never make them angry.
Yeah. Hey, finally bond level. Nice. 22k. Okay, I think that'll be it for today's farming. Well, it's really dark and my webcam can't pick up my face. Alright, thank you everyone for watching today's farming stream, I guess you could say. If you are, yeah, I might do it not. I don't know what will happen next week, but I'll see what will happen next week, and I'll do some more streaming for something back to normal. So yeah, hopefully things will go back. I'll do more streaming later on. Any last things you want to say, Raptor One?
Yeah. If any of you want to check out my channel, you can always check on the link below if you're viewing it on YouTube. But if on Twitter, like, you can just find
Twitch.
GCR's Heroes video on, or stream on Twitter, and you can click there and, follow me, say g'day.
Twitch, but yes. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Ta-ta, everyone.